Alright, cool. Alright, folks, I've been away for a few weeks. John A. wrote me, our friend, his handle is Marcelinus Figueroa on here. He stopped by the shop to see what the hell was going on. He comes in, you're still alive! Alright, quick lowdown. Here we go. I don't have some fearsome work schedule that I inflict upon people. I work with their life schedules and we sort shit out. Now, before you say anything derogatory on that, once we've agreed on a schedule, I hold them to that. That's it. Your third no-call, no-show, I don't care who you are, you keep it my own mother, you're done. That type of deal. The one fellow that has the most specialized schedule in the shop is sticking to his schedule. There's days that he needs an extra hour in the afternoon on his long days. Hey, can I take off at 4 instead of 5? Or hey, tomorrow morning, but I always know. I know what's up. I know what's going on. He makes sure his shit's done before he leaves. So, you can't tell me that doesn't work out. It just takes the right person for that to work out. Everything's been a hodgepodge mess. I'm not a linear thinker, so I start getting abstract thought bubbles, and I have to coalesce those into something that makes sense. And I've had the last few weeks to really think about progression of the shop, progression of the channel, at that matter. I haven't done anything shop-based for years now, literally, plural. And I think it's coming high time. I've got to sit down and sort out software and hardware with the computer. I've got a new laptop. I've had it for almost a year, and I still don't know jack shit about it. So I'm going to have to sort that out. I'm going to work on that. I may have to replace the camera, but the camera is like 4 years old, so I think I've gotten my use out of it. It still works fine. It just doesn't communicate by format with the computer the way it should. And it might be able to fix it through software, or it's a hardware issue. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyhow, that's the long and the short of it. I've just been putting pieces together. I need to get the shop where it's producing the way it needs to and can with the people on the floor. It just seems impossible to find anybody that wants to actually work. Started interviewing again because I had to let a guy go this week that couldn't. If he couldn't be there due to unforeseen circumstance, he couldn't text or call to let me know. That's a no-call, no-show. And I can't be allowed to care what the circumstances are of why there was a no-call, no-show. Could have got a leg cut off in a car accident. I can't let that matter. It's tragic, it's horrible, I'm sorry to hear about your bad luck, but you're fired. That's been a tough one for me to get a grip on. I've let hangers-on stick around too long in the past, and it's hurt badly. In the past, I'd let hangers-on stick around too long, and then there'd be a blow-up, they'd get fired, and I'd say, fuck it, fuck them, fuck this, and I work by myself. 4 years, it was 3.5 years, it was a professional hobbyist circumstance. I wasn't pushing anything too seriously. If you look back at the old videos, some of them I cringe at because the work ethic, work quality, technical skills weren't where they need to be. What we're doing now is totally superior to what was. So I really want to get some shop videos made to show what we're doing now and how we're doing it and why. So, anyhow, the people, we'll go back to that. I get distracted, I go off on a tangent, sorry. Just getting the people coalesced, people put together for a team. So that's where we're at right now. I had one project get in my head real bad, and I had one of those knee-jerk reactions of just shuck everybody and work by yourself again, and that doesn't work. Like I said, 3.5 years just a professional hobbyist is all it amounted to. Got where I'm at now, location-wise, took 6 months sorting, arranging, just sorting out what the hell I'm doing, because I had to really face the prospects of my shutting down and disappointing a lot of people and really screwing some folks over, or do I plow forward and do the best I can? I'm still here, so you know my decision. So realistically, it's been a year. We've been something akin to a real shop, and we're still not really all there. We're not up to snuff on everything, procedures, processes, whatnot. But we've gotten there as far as the work goes. We're where we need to be, the quality, not the quantity, but we're getting there. So with that, it was pouring through people until I found the right guys. Allowing hangers-on to stick around too long hurt a lot over the last year. And a little bit prior, that 6-month window when I was trying to sort everything out. I had some bad hangers-on during that time. Good people, bad workers. Worst word in the English language, because it means you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, moving forward, the last year's been a bender. I mean, it's been as hard on me as any booze bender I went on in the past, and I've had some good ones. Getting people in, scuttling them as quickly as possible if they're not working out. I go in early now, get what work done I can. When people filter in, and I play boss. I put the owner hat on for the day, and instead of trying to commit myself to this project or that project, I help. I'm in the shop. I'm hands on. Hey, I need a hand with this. Instead of pulling a guy off another project, go, I'll be there, and I go help. That way I keep people posted where they're supposed to be, whether it's one guy or 3 guys. And if it's one guy, then I can actually get some other work done on the floor, but never mind. And get everybody out of there at 5 on the nose, get them gone, and then I stick around another 2-3 hours and go back to work on what I was working on. This allows us to get something done every single day on the restos, especially the longest standing restos that have been there way too long. Man, I tried to give a short description, but there it is. I rambled on again. That word. So, that's that. Just working on a team right now. Haven't found all the parts yet. We got one cat, all heart, good worker, but he's got an old injury to his shoulder that he ends up, he'll miss a couple, 3 days a month because he's just tore up. He can't move his arm. He goes home and he bandages it to his side until it starts feeling better. Hopefully he gets the medical attention he needs for that. I just hope he gets off his ass and does it. He's had doctor's appointments he's blowing off. The other cat, he sticks to his schedule to the 9s, perfection. And that's all we got right now. I'll replace the 3rd man soon enough. The worst part of it is, I'd love to get talent in there. I'm not even afraid to pay someone with talent. Keeping up on payroll and monthly bills is a struggle. Again, it's been a year of serious, let's do this, let's make this happen. Not 5. I've just been present for 5. The last year I've been trying to get things to 0. That way we can start moving forward. But I'm not afraid to pay someone or concerned about paying someone well, as long as they do well. That's a gamble all by itself. Typically, you get anything over a $15 an hour guy, you'll know in the first 4 hours if they're full of shit or the real deal. So we'll see. We had some interviews. I got interviewed Friday, which was refreshing. The guy knew structural fabricating. Very good welder on structural. I don't know about sheet metal yet. Saw some of his other work for this and that. He's got good cursory skill sets. And he's worth a considerable sum an hour. But I didn't interview him, he interviewed me, which was refreshing. I want those people that are like, let's see who these fucking jokers are. Let's see if this is what I want to enlist myself in. And said, oh God, I hope he hires me. I don't need those people. Not anymore. That's what I am aiming at. That's where we're at. Little hot shot rig we're building. We may build more. It's for a car lot. I got really concerned about that one because we had a budget. And what's interesting is the scope of work is like this. Well, the scope of work I gave him an estimate for was for this section, not the whole piece. We got this section done, got to the section I gave him an estimate on, and then we got all this other shit that we got to fab and build and paint and do. He cleared our budget. He doubled his budget, and I said, I don't know where it's going to end up, but it should end up around here. Because I'm billing you time and material. It's full custom. We don't know what we're getting into. I can't correlate this into hours. All I can give you is my best wild ass guess. He came in. I said, "Man, you've spent like $1,000 getting all this tore down to where we were supposed to receive it." He's like, I know. There's going to be a lot. There's a lot more we've added. I get it. So that was refreshing. So we're going to see how things go. I will check in. If I don't check in next week, I'll check in the following. But I try to keep you guys appraised of small business woes. Like I say, you can go back and look. The last year has really been the time I've been forwarding forward to build a business, not just exist. I didn't know what I wanted up until last year. I got faced with I had to look my iniquities in the face at that point. Things I don't do well, things I'm not doing right, and I've had them stare me in the face every day since. It's been a good year. It's been hard, but it's been a good year. I've faced a lot of my own shortcomings, business and personal. I think if it doesn't challenge you to your core, it's hardly worth doing. Though I wish I paid better. I'm going to get out of here. I've rambled, taken up your time. I thank you all for watching Sunday Morning Coffees. I implore that you stick around. Here, by the time snow melts, I aim to actually be producing again. We'll see. I got burnt out on so many things. I got very burnt out on so many things, but I never went back to the bottle. That's an accomplishment for me. I have to hold that up as an accomplishment factor. Because I was a really good drunk. A professional, you might say. I've run into folks I used to drink with lately. Not for me anymore. So I'm going to go enjoy my family. I implore you go enjoy your family. And, you can leave comments, love letters, death threats down below. I always enjoy the interaction. We'll talk with you guys soon. Thank you.